What is the origin of evil? That's a perennial apologetics question, and some people make an assumption that I disagree with, and they'll say, well, God created everything. Evil is a thing, therefore God created evil. No. The origin of evil, moral evil, and we call it sin, disobedience to God, and violence, and evil against each other. The origin is not God. God is holy, God is righteous, God is perfect. Every virtue, every perfection that you can muster in your imagination, that applies to God. And so God, who is infinitely good, would not create evil. Now, I suppose it could be said that God created the possibility of evil by giving two sets of creatures moral will, and we call that volition. Angels and humans have free will. God didn't create evil, but He did give us free will, and regrettably, both angels and humans have used their free will to disobey God. 1/3 of the angels, Lucifer, and the angels that followed him and fell became demons. They're all around us. And then the human race, our forebears, Adam and Eve, chose to disobey God. Therefore, we need a Savior because we have the guilt of Adam and Eve imparted or imputed to us. And then we do sinful things. So we're sinners by birth. We're sinners by choice. There was a bishop in Turkey years ago named Saint Basil, and he said this. He said, "It is impious to say that evil had its origin in God. Life does not generate death, nor is darkness the beginning of light, nor is the maker of health the creator of disease." So we live in a world that we look at and we say, with the sin, the death, the pain, the suffering, we say within ourselves, it ought not be that way. And God agrees. God says that's right. That's why, in mercy and love, He sent His Son to be our Savior. Jesus is the solution for the sin problem. C.S. Lewis said this. He said, "Man is not a slightly imperfect creature who needs a bit of improvement or some New Year's resolutions. Man is a rebel that must lay down his arms. And the solution to sin is the Savior. And the answer to our own pain, suffering, much of it self-inflicted, is that we turn to Christ and we say, Lord, I turn from sin to You. Please forgive me. And not only does He save us, He gives us a new nature, and we, every day as we walk with Him, can have victory over sin daily. And one day we'll be delivered, we'll be in His presence, we'll have victory over sin ultimately. Evil exists, but greater than that is the one who has conquered death, sin, and the grave, Jesus Christ, the risen Lord and Savior, our deliverer from the problem of sin.